Welcome to the Intuitive Rising podcast. I'm your host, Amy Brooks. This is a podcast that invites you to remember who you are, return to yourself, and rise into your highest and best soul self. Every week, I will be sharing inspiring conversations about topics that hold keys to your awakening. My mission as an international evidential psychic medium, Reiki practitioner, and intuitive mentor is to help you rise into who you were born to be. Enjoy the show. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Intuitive Rising podcast. I am your host, Amy Brooks, and I am so glad to be with you today, wherever you are in the world, whenever you are listening to this. We're here today to do our December energy forecast and guidance episode. I am already shuffling as we're talking. How is everybody doing? Can you believe that 2024 is almost over? Some of us are rejoicing. Yay, 2024 is almost over. And some of us are, oh my God, 2024 is almost over. Wherever you are, whatever side you're on, when it comes to that, I do hope you're doing well. And I hope you are living a joyful existence always, especially in this moment of merriment, this month of merriment. There's a lot of pressure around the holidays to be jolly and to be merry. And I understand that none of us feel that way all the time. There's so many moving parts. There's so many different things that are going on in people's lives that make it hard to be in that moment of celebration. Maybe we are navigating the first holiday without a loved one. Maybe we are navigating the first Christmas after a divorce or a separation, after a major life change, and we're just not really feeling it. Maybe some relationships have changed in our lives, and people have fallen away. Maybe Christmas looks a lot different this year, but I do want to extend my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you for listening consistently to this podcast. You are my very favorites, and I'm just so grateful that you provide me this platform. Give me your listening ear and your precious time and energy to listen to what I have to say. Thank you very much. And may we all have an abundant 2025, abundant in joy, abundant in laughter, abundant in merriment, abundant in prosperity and success and opportunity, abundance in health. May we have it all. We all deserve that for sure. Okay, so I've just pulled my tarot. I'm going to pull my oracle. Then I'm going to pull my soul's journey lesson cards as we do. And then I'll reveal it all to you as we do. And then we will channel in the moment. I will channel. Maybe some of you will channel as well. The animal messenger and the number and the color that wants to bring in some extra support and guidance for us as we navigate the 12th month of 2024. So I'm giving a shuffle to a brand new deck. I actually just recorded a little 12-minute quickie card review and an unboxing. And that deck that I'm using and that I did the review for just arrived in the mail today on the day I'm recording this. And I had pre-ordered it. Today is release date, so happy release date to Asha Frost, fellow Canadian. She has created this beautiful deck, her second deck, the Animal Elders Oracle. So we are going to be receiving our oracle message from this deck today. And we will see which one wants to come out as I give this a shuffle. Okay, so feeling some energy there. Okay. We got that card. Now we're going to go to the Soul's Journey lesson card. Thanks for being with me in the process. Okay, let's get this a shuffle. So the intention with this card and why I pull this every month is really just to bring through the overall, the umbrella lesson that all of our opportunities and experiences, adversities, challenges, good times, etc., are trying to teach us in this current month. All right, so here we go. Are we ready? Now, the only guidebook that I'm going to refer to through this process is the Oracle one, and that's because this is a brand new deck for me, and so I would like to, give you the message straight from the deck. But I will also kind of tap in intuitively to the energy of the card and ask Spirit what this means as well, and then go the guidebook, and we'll see if there's some similarities between the messages. Okay, so the tarot message for December of 2024 for you, beautiful listeners, the King of Pentacles. Now, I don't know why, but as I pulled this card, and now again, as I hold it up and reveal it to you, I hear a song. And forgive me for singing, but this is your Christmas gift. Merry Christmas. Is the song that goes, I'll get over you. I know I will. I'm the king of wishful thinking. That's what's in my mind right now. Okay, so there's something, so Spirit didn't want me to just embarrass myself by singing that for you. There's also some guidance for that, okay? Maybe give that song a listen, look at the lyrics. The energy of that song is essentially saying, I'm the king of wishful thinking. I'm just gonna stay in the positive. I'm gonna stay optimistic, and maybe things around me are burning down and falling apart, but I believe in myself. I'm resilient. I'm strong. And I'm going to stay in this glass half full kind of energy. So that's what I'm picking up on that song. And then with this, the King of Pentacles, this is kind of like the Mac Daddy of the tarot, in my opinion. We've got the last suit, right? Pentacles ends the tarot deck, and the King is the last of each suit. This is the last card in the deck, right? This is like full circle completion. I love, love, love that this came in for December, okay? This is a person, this is an individual that has not only been through a lot, they've seen some stuff, right? But they've been through it all. But they have overcome, they have persevered, they are resilient, and they have been able to make lemonade out of lemons, right? They are satisfied, they're fulfilled, they're taking a moment to think about all the things they have been through, all the things they have learned from their experiences, and they're feeling really kind of settled. So there's an energy coming in for the month of December for you to try to tap into that energy. This month calls for some reflection. If you're struggling with all of that energy and you're like, yeah, struggling with that, that would be nice, but I don't know about that. You're being asked to tap in to a sense of gratitude in a big way. And you're being asked to do that by reminding yourself of the moments, whether they are major life-changing moments or small daily minutiae. You're being asked to kind of see the interconnectivity of life and the experiences that you're having and the divine support that you receive, and the support that you receive not only from the divine, from your ancestors and your loved ones in spirit and your spirit guides, but also from yourself and also from the people that love you that are in your life right now. And you're just being asked to sit with that, right? And just reflect. This is a month of reflection. This couldn't go better with the month of December. This card can also bring forward a feeling of overflowing abundance. So, the beginning of this podcast, just a few moments ago, I declared my wish for you, the listener, around an abundance of, and I listed off some things: abundance of laughter, peace, abundance of prosperity and opportunity and healing. And this is a card that brings forward overflowing abundance. So think about what abundance means for you. Now, I like to remind myself that abundance is a state of being and that you were born abundant. You were not born thinking, I wish this was different about me, or I wish I had more of this. Maybe a little bit more food, a little bit more milk, but like other than that, you were good. It was before kind of the world got their claws in you. You're born abundant, you're born worthy, and you're being asked to tap into the energy that you are aware of and recognize that abundance is an energy. When we talk about abundance, our minds often go to money, right? The things that we have in our material possessions. And certainly December is a month when, those of us that celebrate Christmas and, giving, gift giving and all of that. And I know there are many other forms of celebration, cultural celebrations, where also gift giving is a big part of that. And that's just the energy really of December, is to show our gratitude to other people, allow people to show their gratitude to us, and be in that place of, life's good, things are good. But abundance just isn't material things. It isn't just money. It's also just about feeling abundant inside, focusing on the little things. I have my health. I woke up today. My heart's still beating. Focusing on how you are inherently abundant will go a long way in the month of December, is what I'm hearing. There's also a little bit about this is a self-made person, a self-made individual. As I said in the beginning, the impression that I got even from looking at the image on the card is that this is a person who has seen some stuff and been some stuff. This isn't a person that just, was born with a silver spoon in their mouth. This is a person who'd been through a lot, but has, become successful and abundant because of their own belief in self and their ability to rise above challenges. This is about adversity. Okay. So you're being reminded of your inherent resilience and ability to overcome and to rise. Okay. If something's got you down, remind yourself of all the times that you picked yourself up. Be your own best friend in the month of December. There's just focus on prosperity, as I brought through, and leadership, right? Maybe there's some opportunities this month, whether they're professional or personal, in which you're going to be placed in that role of leader, right? Sometimes I say, it can be as simple as leading yourself. As I'm looking at this thing that's on my desk that says, say yes to yourself. It's my reminder every day. Say yes to yourself, right? Lead yourself. Think about who you want to become. Who are you becoming? Maybe this is a focus on goal setting, as a lot of us do that towards the end of the month and moving into the new year, the fresh new year in January, where we think about the goals that we want to achieve next year. Certainly make a list of the things that you would like to do, right? But also make a list of how you want to feel, the things you want to become outside of just action-oriented things. Okay, that's your guidance from the tarot this month. Thank you very much, Lightseers Tarot. Now we're moving on to this brand new oracle deck that I brought up. We've got card number 40 and we've got the Elder Swan. It says, recognize your beauty. And I love that message, along with everything we just talked about. The resiliency, right? The reminder of how strong you are and all the things that you have overcome. Recognize your own beauty. Be in that place of gratitude, not only for others, but don't forget about yourself. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for about yourself? What are you proud about? What did you do this year that was surprising, or that, took a lot of effort and commitment? What big change did you make, whether it's, like I said, a big kind of life-changing one or a small daily one? Those small daily habits set in stone. I was just talking to my daughter yesterday about, habit form making and how habits are formed, and sometimes they take, a little bit of time, but eventually becomes second nature. focus on those things as well. Okay. So like I said, I as I promised, I was going to read from the guidebook because this is a new card for me, or a new deck for me rather, and a new card. Haven't pulled this one before. But yeah, it just aligns so well with the King of Pentacles. I love the image of the lotus flowers in the background in this card as well. And message of the lotus, right? Okay, so let's read this to you. When the elegant bird glides into your cards, you are asked to honor the beauty and grace that lives within you. Elder Swan journeys with you, recalling all the times in your life that you compared yourself to impossible societal standards. Are this ringing any bells from what I already brought through? You are asked to connect with your sacred body and welcome the medicine of forgiveness for any critical or harsh words you have directed towards it. Elder Swan glides around you, creating circles of healing energy that clear out any negative beliefs that you have carried about yourself. Systems of oppression have caused you to see yourself through this lens. It is not your fault. Swan reminds you that your perceived flaws make you who you are. Everything you judge about yourself is part of your unique and brilliant essence, and it's time to embrace all of the parts of you that you reject. In a world that is so focused on outer appearances, Elder Swan reminds you to see the poise you hold and the grace that flows from your heart. You are an incredibly beautiful soul, and Swan reminds you of the light that shines from within. It's time to step into the fullness of yourself and stand with dignity and trust. Your presence matters. And when you love yourself from the inside out, the whole world is touched by your vibration. Well, that was an incredibly beautiful message for us for the month of December. I absolutely adore that message, and it just really reiterates and validates all the things that we were talking about in the earlier card. So there's definitely this theme coming through in the month of December. And now let's go to the Soul's Journey lesson card. So remember, the intention with this is, okay, so all of that focus, right? The intent, the energy of the month and what it's bringing through. Overall, what is it trying to help me learn, right? What lesson is my soul wanting me to focus on right now and work on? And not surprising, we got the Perseverance card. Perseverance, resiliency, adversity, all words that we've already used with the energy of December. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Okay, so this month of December feels very much as if there is a focus on being, right? Not to say that we're not doing things, we are, but it feels like there's a bit of reflection. There's time focused on, integrating all of the year's challenges and opportunities, all the year's experiences in integrating that in, giving us the opportunity and the chance and the ability to integrate. That takes a little bit of space, right? So a little bit of downtime maybe, or just at least making that a focus where we're thinking about that, even if we're rushing around to work, maybe when we're sitting in the car or on the subway, on the train, getting to work, we take some time where our mind is thinking about those types of things, right? So we're focusing on the past and integrating it, releasing and forgiving, things that we have held ourselves back from, unaligned things that we have done or said about ourselves or others. We're focusing on releasing that as well. And we're making future plans, right? We're taking that, and that makes space for, because we've released something that was unaligned in the case of, releasing and forgiving around harsh words or times that you weren't so nice to yourself or someone else, and you're releasing and forgiving that removes an obstacle and an energy drain, and it clears the way for a new opportunity that is more aligned with that opportunity, with that energy rather. And so we are learning perseverance in the month of December. Beautiful, beautiful message. All right, so now's the time that I take a moment to intuitively channel. I'm going to start with animal. And so we're going to go with animal, which is a beautiful thing because we've actually got two animal messengers and supports this month. We had the swan come in with the card, and now I'm going to tap into the energy of a animal. And right away, I am seeing and hearing what our animal messenger is for the month of December, and that is a beaver. Okay, so there's this message with the energy of the beaver spirit around being focused, right? So I think that the beaver is coming in to help us with those future plans, right? The swan was helping us with kind of the emotional side, the focus on gratitude, the focus on forgiveness and releasing, right, and realignment. And then the beaver comes in with much more of a to-do list and is very action oriented. So this comes across to really allow both of those energies, the swan and the beaver, to help you this month. So it's not just about laying back and putting your feet up and enjoying your time, although please do. It's also about some future planning, right? We need to find balance with those two things. Can't be all one or all the other. It's really about finding balance. All right. So future planning and getting focused. And I keep seeing, it's almost like, I think they're called Lincoln logs. Like this, it's almost like Lego, but they look like logs. And you can make a cabin with them. I think most of you may know what those are. If not, you can Google Lincoln logs. I think they still sell them rather. I keep seeing stacks of those and somebody almost like sectioning off, like before we're getting started on even building the foundation, we're taking like all the like things and putting them together. So we're taking all the really long logs and then all the really short logs, and then maybe we're taking like the pieces of the roof, or we're taking pieces of the foundation and we're kind of separating them all. So this gives me the impression that this is bringing forward a feeling of like taking an inventory, right? Like taking an inventory of life's experiences and the things that have been happening lately. And because this focus on there's this focus on focus, right? There's the beavers coming in to help us focus. So it feels like, it's almost like what I'm seeing is all these logs floating down the river, all going willy-nilly, right? And then no shape or form, kind of going all over the place. And then the beaver kind of rushing around and going, okay, you're over here and you're over here. And it's like organization message. So it's about getting things organized and getting things set up and planned for the future. It's about laying the framework now for the future. That comes in. But then when I see this image of the Lincoln logs, right, in the home, it's like organizing things that help us build our foundation. So a lot of us are kind of either have just made some big changes in life, or we are on the doorstep of doing so. And so the focus from Beaver is on getting prepared for that, thinking about what lends itself to a strong foundation. And I don't just mean around building an actual house, right? A foundation in your life. What do you need to create a strong foundation? So remember earlier I said there's a focus on like, who do we want to be? Who are we becoming? Who is like, Amy in 2025, right? Or Lisa in 2025, Melanie in 2025. Who are you wanting to become more of in 2025 and beyond? And then what do you need to support that foundation? All right, that's some homework for you from the Beaver. Any little thing that you put out there, any effort that's made around that is going to come back tenfold, is what I hear. Okay, you'll be rewarded big time. So, I got goosebumps when I did that. All right, let's move into the number. Interestingly enough, I see a 3-digit number. I see 717. 717. Let me see, first of all, intuitively, kind of what comes in around what that's telling us versus looking it up. All right. Be on the lookout, though, for sevens, certainly. Variations of this, so like 1717, right? 717, 177. Feels like there's a lot of sevens. Lucky number sevens, kind of what I see. Most like I saw like a slot machine when somebody pulls the lever, and then there's 777. Lucky. Okay, that's coming in. So, okay, interestingly enough, this is what I'm picking up on. The sevens are bringing in luck, right? I feel like that validates some of the things I've talked about. When you do one thing, when you clear some space energetically, when you work at some forgiveness, when you work on getting focused, when you're doing your future self a favor, what happens is luck is on your side and abundance kind of comes rushing in. You take 2 steps, the universe takes, the other 8. That's the energy that comes in with the 7s. So I feel like the 7s are specifically bringing in kind of like luck is on your side. So whatever you can do to align yourself, right? When we really think about luck, what does it mean to be lucky? Is it really just random? I mean, yeah, I think so. When it comes to slot machines, maybe there's some strategy involved in some sort of games, right? I'm not an expert on those kind of things. I'm sure that there's strategy. I know certainly if you're playing like a game of poker, certainly there needs to be some strategy, and other things going behind that. But when it comes to just like pulling a slot, maybe that's just luck of the draw. But most things in life, when we say somebody's lucky, what we mean to say really is that they're aligned. Because when you're aligned energetically with an opportunity, the opportunity instantly arrives because you're aligned, right? And I've seen this play out time and time and time again in my life. The more you aligned you are energetically with an opportunity. So, how do we become more aligned? Well, first of all, there's a focus on believing, right? So it's kind of like, remember that song, The King of Wishful Thinking, that came in right in the beginning? Glass half full, I believe it's going to happen, right? Energetically getting into a space of, I'm going to act as if it's already begun, it's already here, it exists on some other timeline of mine, and all I have to do is to believe it, to welcome that in. So there's a focus a little bit on manifestation, energetically aligning through belief in oneself. So some positive self-talk would be a really good idea. Acting as if, can't harm you by acting as if, right? If you are acting as if something is already here for you, there's no harm that can come out of that. It's only going to put you in a more positive frame of mind, which will do wonders. It will seem like magic how quickly things kind of come to you, how you attract them to you. Now, the other piece of this is by taking aligned action. So not only do we have to be in that energy of, I believe I'm worthy of it, I know it's coming, but we don't just throw a penny in the wishing well and then walk away and go, oh, put my wish out to the universe, it's going to happen. There has to be some sort of aligned action as well. So putting yourself in a situation that would attract more of that, right? So in the case of, okay, for example, we're thinking about what we want to achieve or who we want to be more of, more like in 2025. Okay, so not only do we focus on the emotions and the belief, the limiting self-belief, the mindset around how that feels to be doing that, to already have that in our lives, we also have to walk about in life as if we are the type of person that those things happen for or to. And so that means we would put ourselves in situations or take some sort of healthy risks, and create opportunities for ourselves where we are essentially telling the world and ourselves, hey, this is what I want, right? So it's about getting all of that on the same page. And so that comes in with the lucky number 7 message. And then the number 1 comes in with a lot of energy around leadership and leading oneself. And that also aligns to what I just said about placing yourself in a situation, self-leading yourself, right? Or this, say yes to yourself. That's what 717 brings in for us in the month of December. Okay, lastly, we're going to go with a color. And right away, I hear red. So red is very much a power color, okay? We're connecting down here in the root chakra. And, there's healthy expressions of colors, and there are very healthy expression or unhealthy expressions of colors. And so sometimes we will see red in someone's aura, right? And it will bring through a feeling of maybe some anger that needs to be worked out and released, maybe some resentments that need to be worked out and released, some insecurities, especially around security comes in. Okay, so those are things that might be at play here in the lives and the energy and the mindsets of you who is listening, right? But then there's also this other side of the coin, the other side of the color red, and the healthy expression of it and what it wants to help you with, okay? And that is around feeling powerful, empowered, feeling motivated, and feeling aligned and like leading oneself, just like, Mr. King of Pentacles brought in the beginning, right? It's like, I've been through some stuff, I've worked through some stuff. It hasn't always been roses, but here I am. I've arrived. I've taken all of the maybe unaligned, unhealthy expression, and I have turned it into something. I have made lemonade out of lemons. So red really brings in this feeling of leadership, of leading oneself. All of the things that we've already talked about, being empowered, right? Motivation, a little bit of focus, like Mr. Beaver wanted to help us with. Let me see if anything else wants to come in. Now, as I say this, I feel like this is just extra guidance that wants to come in for us this month. I keep hearing about like abundance. And I know there's been a focus of that throughout this whole episode, and also December in general. We think about those kind of things. I really feel like some of us are really, 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 really close to achieving what it is we've been working on or dreaming about, working towards. So Spirit was showing me a beautiful shiny red car with a big red bow on it. Now, that can be taken quite literally to say someone maybe that's listening has been saving up or working towards getting a new car, right? Or maybe somebody's going to be gifted a car, whether it's brand new or, secondhand, whatever, it doesn't matter. Feels like that could be literal for some of us. But it also feels like it stands in as a symbol for that like shiny thing, that thing we've been coveting, whatever it is, whether it's a material thing like money or an object, right? Or whether it is just around goal setting. But it feels very, very, very much as if we are literally just about to welcome it in. Just about. So act as if this month, my friends, you gotta be it to receive it. You got to be it to see it, right? That comes in this moment as well. You got to believe it in order for it to align with you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed channeling it for you. I certainly am excited about this month of December. I'm going to try to find that balance for sure. The last few months have been all about balance for me and integrating new experiences, new environment, quite literally back home in my home province. But it had been, 11 years that I was here. So it's like kind of a fresh start and integrating a new place, a new energy, all over again. And so I'm doing that, and I'm staying focused on getting things done that I need to do. I'm going to be a busy beaver this month for sure with all of the 2025 annual readings that I am doing and then sold out on. So thank you, thank you, thank you if you have purchased one of those, along with regular readings, right? It's a busy, busy month. I'm also finding balance where I'm taking the time to watch those Hallmark movies, to do those kind of Christmassy things with my family, go for a walk to look at the Christmas lights and bake cookies and all of those things that I enjoy at this time in the holiday season. So my wish for you is that you have an absolutely wonderful December. You show yourself some love, and I'll see you back here in January. If you have enjoyed this episode, please consider hopping on over to wherever you listen to your podcast and giving it a 5-star review. Thank you so much in advance. If you'd like to keep in touch, please head over to my website, theintuitiverising.com, to keep up with all the things that I have been doing. I also have a private Facebook community for people just like you. It's called the Intuitive Rising Community. All you gotta do is request to join, and I will let you in. Keep rising.